Hey beauties, it's your girl Renee Marie, and today we are going to be doing another yoga video. So I see that you guys really enjoyed the last one, so I wanted to go ahead and bring another one for you guys. This one is definitely going to be a little more active, heat building. Still going to keep it accessible for all of my plus size thick gals and guys out there. But just forewarning, we definitely will be doing more standing postures, getting into more hip opener, heart opener type poses. So if you guys are ready to challenge yourself, go ahead and meet me right here on the mat. We're gonna start in child's pose today. Just a quick reminder, don't forget to breathe. For those of you who are new to this, breathing is one of the biggest parts of doing yoga. So on my voiceover, I will be sure to give some cues and let you guys know, when to breathe in, when to breathe out, the names of the postures and all of that good stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
All right, so we are going to go right ahead and meet on the mat. Now, for those of you who watched my last video, you will know what this is. This is child's pose. So the posture is going to be with your toes together, feet together, and your knees spread out wide to the mat. Okay, so you want to sit back on your heels. Try to relax your butt onto your feet as much as possible and stretch arms out as far as you can to the mat. Now, go ahead and rest your forehead or the crown of your head down on the mat and take some deep breaths here. So, breathing in deep through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. And take a few of those deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once you've had a couple of those, we're going to go ahead and move our hands over to the left side. Go ahead and ground your left palm down and your right hand will go on top. Now breathe in deep and breathe in out to release. Do your best to relax your body into these postures, okay? It's not about how far you stretch, it's about how comfortable you allow your body to be. So go ahead and make your way over to the right. You're going to ground your right palm down and place your left hand on top. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Now walking our hands back to center. We're going to go ahead and lift ourselves out of that child's pose by slowly walking your hands back to the center of the mat. Go ahead and bring your feet out and knees shoulder width apart. Using your hands, spread your fingers wide and ground down into the mat. And we're going to go ahead and take cat and cow. So breathing in and breathing out. Now, when you breathe out, you're going to go ahead and go into cat, arching your back, breathing in, dropping the belly and lifting the head. Go ahead and release, arching the back, up, 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 up. Breathing in deep, let that belly really drop down, your bum and head come up, and pushing that air out, arch your back into cat. Beautiful. I'll take as many of those as you'd like. Breathing in deeply as you go into cow and breathing out deeply as you move into cat. When you're ready, go ahead and give yourself a nice stretch. We're going to go ahead and twist and wiggle our bodies to the left. Now, there's no right or wrong way. The whole goal is to kind of mobilize your spine. You want to get it nice and warmed up. So just twisting to the right, to the left. Allow your head to freely move, your back, your butt to freely move, just to loosen up a bit, okay? So now we're going to push ourselves up to our knees. Now, for some people, this might not be very comfortable. You are always welcome to grab a blanket, put it underneath your legs, or grab a block, a pillow, whatever you need to place underneath your feet or your legs so that you feel more comfortable. So you're going to go ahead and breathe in and place your crown down to the mat. So this might be a little overwhelming for anyone who's not used to allowing so much weight on their head. The goal again is not to use your forehead, but to use the actual crown, like the top of your head, where a tiara would sit. Now, if you're not comfortable with doing that, always feel free to go right back into that child's pose. So we're going to breathe in and rock our bodies forward, toes come together, breathing out and pushing the hips back, giving a nice stretch. Again, breathing all the way in, deeply rolling up. Allow your feet to come up with your toes touching. This is great for your back. And breathing out, pushing those hips back, 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 back. Now, if you don't feel some snap, crackles, and pops, baby, I don't know what to tell you because you will be snap, crackling, popping. So one last time, we're going to breathe in deep, 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 arching that back and pushing it back all the way out. Beautiful. Walk your hands back towards you. Now, for this, you're really going to need to, and I think I'm going to go ahead and move up so you'll see better. We're going to go into frog. So for frog, you want to have your knees very wide to the mat, okay, as wide as you're comfortable with, and you want your feet to splay outwards. So you see how my feet are flat and out? You want your feet to be wide to the mat, just like your knees. And what you're going to do is you're going to be doing a hip opener. This is going to help open and stretch out those hips. So feet and knees wide to the mat. Go ahead and stay on your palms and rock gently back and forth. Now, if this feels sharp at any time, please, please, please feel free to back out of this position or maybe bring your knees a little bit closer together, right? So, again, this is a stretch for your hips. It's going to help you with the rest of this flow. Now we're going to go ahead and go into downward dog. So you're going to put your toes tucked under the mat, hands firmly planted on the mat, and push with your knees all the way up. So I'm going to show you guys again very slowly. You want to make sure for this, you are using your legs, okay, to push yourself up. It's very important. Keep your toes tucked firmly, and you want to spread your fingers out wide. Most of the weight and pressure is going to go in the L shape of your hand. So try to be mindful of that, okay? Now, with the pressure in the L of your hand, using your legs, you're going to push your hips up first, and with your hands, you're going to push your hips back. Now, you see in that movement, you take it slow, but ideally you want to get into downward dog. Now this may be tight for you. Go ahead and paddle that out, moving your left and right knees in till it feels comfortable. If you're not able to stay in this, you can always come back and meet us down on the mat, or just stand up regular, whatever works for you. Don't stress your body. Now, if you can get into this downward dog, go ahead and open your hips a little more by swaying them left and right, pivoting your toes. It's okay if your heels don't touch the mat, okay? And when you're ready, go ahead and walk your hands back, and we're going to breathe up into halfway lift and breathe it back down to the mat. Perfect. Breathing up into a half lift and breathing back down. So this is allowing you to move your lower back, right? Now we're going to breathe all the way up into mountain pose. Hands come all the way up, 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 up. And I want you to really stretch those arms up. Don't just lift them, stretch them up, okay? And breathing down, palms together. We're going to do a forward fold. Beautiful. One more time. Breathing up to halfway lift. Breathing back down. We're going to breathe all the way up to mountain. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And palms together. Or palms apart. Breathing all the way down into forward fold. Beautiful. Now, to get deeper into this forward fold, we're going to go ahead and take our hands and clasp them together behind our thighs. Now, make sure your feet are far enough apart. You want to really try, if you can, to clasp those hands. If not, you always have the option to go to your ankles, go to your calves, or wherever is comfortable for you. So really let the crown of your head relax down to the mat and take deep breaths. This will help you relax into it. Trust me, breathing helps. Now, stepping back into a plank, we're going to come forward, knees come down to the mat, toes untucked, breathing up, 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 pushing up with your palms and bringing your head back. Beautiful. Now, flip the toes, coming back up, downward dog. Nice. If you're able to get through that, clap for yourself because that's not easy. We'll go through it again slower, but beautiful job. Beautiful job. Breathing up to the toes, stretching the calves, and breathing back down to the heels. We should be nice and warm. Beautiful. Go ahead and walk yourself up. And we are about to go into praying goddess. So now that our hips are open, our legs are warm, go ahead and angle your feet out. So not straight in alignment with the mat, but out to the side. And slowly lower your hips, lower your bum. Down, down, down. So this is a praying goddess, okay? You want your elbows to come to the inside of your thighs. Depending on how comfortable you are, you can press with your hands to open your hips more. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and give you guys a better angle. I'm going to turn to the front so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Don't stand with your feet close together. Now, also, you don't want your feet to come out too far either. You want them just a little wider than hips distance, okay? You want to take your feet and you want to angle them out. Now, if you keep them in, Miss Ma'am, you might fall, trust me. So, you want to angle those feet out, baby, okay? Now, this is where you slowly, where you're comfortable, lower your hips and butt down. Now, if you have any knee issues, this is not a posture that's going to be good for you. You can always try with your hands on the mat to see how far you can go. But once you get down to a comfortable space, go ahead and put your hands together. If you are more advanced and you want more of a stretch, you can always put your fists together as well. Okay? So that will show you how open those stretches got you. And I think this was a little too wide for me, so I adjusted. No one's perfect, right? So we're going into praying goddess. So once you're in a comfortable position, challenge yourself to move side to side. See if you can lean forward, up, and then go ahead and come on out. Now we're going to go into more forward folds. These poses will help show you how flexible you've gotten over time, okay? And trust me, when you keep practicing, you'll be able to do it more easily. So let's go ahead and stretch those legs out. We're going to lean to the right. Beautiful. You don't have to come all the way down. Leaning to the left, stretching out those side legs. Beautiful. One more time. Leaning to the right, leaning to the left, giving those legs a nice stretch. Now breathing up into mountain. Beautiful. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Go ahead and bend back and blow out that air. And we're going to do a forward fold. Hold it there for a second. Challenge yourself with that core. 1, 2, 3, and release. You're doing a beautiful job. Beautiful job. Now, you can feel free to put your hands on the mat, on your ankles, wherever's comfortable for you, right? Hold yourself there and breathe into it deeply, 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 whatever's more comfortable. Now, for those of you who are a little more flexible and want to challenge yourself, go ahead and lower your crown down to the mat. Now, keeping your hands on the mat, you want most of your weight to go into your toes. okay? If you really want to try a little something, please be careful, y'all. Go ahead and put your forearms down on the mat and rest into this. Now breathe deeply. And when you're ready, come on up. Beautiful. Now windshield wiper those feet because you don't want to accidentally slip and fall and bust those knees. So windshield wiper those feet in until you're comfortable. And breathing up into mountain pose. And back out. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and stretch the back shoulder. So go ahead and make your palms reach to the back. You're going to grasp hands. Breathing in, breathing out, lowering back. You should feel a nice pop in your back. Now go ahead and lean forward. Good. Keeping your hands behind you. They may not come all the way to the front, but it's a good stretch on your shoulders. Now, this is another thing that will show you how flexible you've gotten over time. At this point, we've definitely built a lot of heat, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start stretching the upper body. So with your left hand, grab your right arm behind you and stretch your neck towards the right. Make sure you breathe with this. We're not forcing it. We are simply relaxing our big old heads. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, doing the same thing on the other side. We're going to take our right arm, grasp our left from behind us, and lower your head to the left. Beautiful. Now, this can be an intense stretch, so be careful. Just relax your neck. Don't force anything, okay? Beautiful. Go ahead and release that. Now, the next thing we're going to get into, oh, you see me wiping my sweat, guys. This is a little workout. But the next thing we're going to get into is a warrior pose. So, taking your left foot, turn to the side, and you want it to face straight. And you want your right leg to face the opposite direction. So it should be diagonal, right? Don't put too much space between your feet because it's going to make your stretch really deep. So leaning forward onto that left foot, don't let your knee go past your toe. You're going to go into warrior two. Breathing, focusing on your arm. Now tick-tock down. This is a good stretch for your obliques. You do not want to actually touch the mat. You're holding yourself up with your core. And reverse that warrior. Breathing back. Beautiful. It's like a dance. All right. Twisting to the other side, you're going to rotate. Now your left leg will be diagonal. Your right leg will be straight. We're going to go ahead and lean into that, making sure not to overstretch our knee to our toes. And breathing up to warrior two. Beautiful. Focus on that balance. When you're balanced, tick-tock yourself down. Your right arm will hover just above the mat and stretch that left arm over. Breathing in and out. Beautiful. Lifting up. We will reverse our warrior all the way back. Awesome job. Nice. All right. Now that we've opened our hips, we've gone into our warriors, we've prayed like a goddess, we are going to now transition into that same situation I was telling you about earlier. I'm going to try to do it slower for you, okay? So you want your palms to go down on the mat. You step back and lower yourself using your core strength into a plank. Let your knees drop down to the mat, your feet untuck, and you are going to go down into your Vinyasa push-up, pushing your upper body up into a cobra position. Then flip your feet and push back up into downward facing dog. Now this is a Vinyasa. A Vinyasa push-up is not easy, Miss Ma'am, trust me, but over time it becomes easier. I'm going to try to show you again. You're going to come down into plank, flip your feet, and knees to the mat into the cobra. Breathing. Then flip your feet back up. Now that's the real full vinyasa. Please don't try to go down on your feet flat like that until you've mastered knees down first, then feet. Not feet, then knees. Okay. So I think that's enough of that for today. Go ahead and meet me down on the knees. Sit comfortably on your feet. If that's too much pressure for you, feel free to put a blanket, put a cushion, or whatever else you need there. And just take some deep breaths. Lifting our arms up to the side. Go ahead and lean to your right hand down to the mat. Allow your left arm to stretch over. Breathing back up to center. And over to the left side, stretching your right hand over. Beautiful. Breathing back up to center. And give yourself a nice bear hug. Let your shoulders come up as you breathe in deeply and lower them as you breathe out. Now go ahead and switch those arms for balance. So if your right was on bottom, now your right's on top. Breathing in, shoulders up into bear hug and back out. Beautiful job. We definitely got hot this time, y'all. We definitely got hot. So now let's go ahead and take it down a notch. We're going to go ahead and finish our practice all the way down on the mat. So I want you to put your arms behind you, palms facing the wall behind you, windshield wiper those knees, side to side, and coming all the way down on the mat. Go ahead and make sure your tailbone is in alignment with your shoulders and stamp your feet on the ceiling. So you don't want your toes to be pointed. You want your feet to be flexed as if you were literally laying against the wall with your butt and legs against the wall. Keep your legs as straight as possible. And go ahead and flex your ankles, pointing the toes, flexing the feet, rolling the ankles, loosening those up. Real good. So now, bringing your knees down to you, we're going to go into happy baby. So taking your peace fingers, your two fingers, grip your big toe. Now, this is happy baby, right? You have the option here to rock side to side, get a nice little massage on that back. It feels great, don't it? And when you're ready, we're going to stretch these legs. So we did a lot of work. We want to stretch the muscles. Taking your right leg, you're going to go ahead and let your legs sway all the way out to the right and come back in, alternating to the left, breathing, and out, back to center. Beautiful. One more time. Right foot stretches all the way out. Stretch as far as you're comfortable. Don't force it. And back in. Beautiful. Same thing with the left. We did a lot of work on these legs, so stretching those muscles out. Now, to challenge yourself, go ahead and let both legs stretch out wide to the mat. Feel free, if the peace fingers don't work for you, to just let your feet do their own thing. Okay? Now we're going to take our knees and we're going to roll them outwards. This is rolling out our hips. So go ahead and rotate your knees outward. Beautiful. Breathing deeply, don't forget. And go ahead and balance that out by going the other way. So rolling your knees out and up. Out and up. Beautiful. Feel that nice stretch in the hips. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and have you take your arms and lay them out. If that's not comfortable for you, goalpost them. And let your knees lower softly, gently, all the way to the right. Now, you should feel a nice pop, stretch, crack, or something in your back. If it's painful, back out. Take some deep breaths here and relax into these, okay? Now go ahead and let your knees go down to the left, all the way down. Beautiful. Now look at my body. You see how it's stretched? Breathing deeply. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring your knees back to center. Bring your head to your knees and crunch yourself into a ball. and release. Release. Beautiful. That was such a good practice, right? So now we're going to go ahead and go into final shavasana. Now you can always do Supta Tavasana with your soles of your feet together. That will allow your hips to stretch out a little more, or you can go all the way down flat into a regular shavasana, whatever suits you. But because we did such a big hip opening flow today, I'm going to do Supta Tavasana. Woo! Namaste, y'all. That's a hard one to say. So let your hips naturally lower down with gravity. Okay, feet together. We're going to take one hand on our heart, one hand on our stomach, and take some real deep breaths. Now, this is a good time to remember the intention you came here with, whether it was balance, abundance, peace, clarity. Go ahead and focus in on that as you find a sense of gratitude for having the time, for challenging yourself, for allowing your mind, body, and spirit this time to reconnect. Okay? So deep breaths in, deep breaths out. As you take those breaths, feel your hands raise gently with each breath in, filling up your chest, filling up your stomach, and feel your body expel that air as your stomach goes in, your chest comes down. Feel the gratitude of that breath. Now, if you're clenching your jaw, release your jaw. Take the tongue off the roof of your mouth and breathe freely. I'm going to give you guys a few moments of peace and quiet to focus on your intention. Now, you're welcome to stay in this Shavasana as long as you want, but if you are ready to move on with your day, go ahead and put some movement in your body. Allow your legs, your toes, your arms to wiggle and move. And go ahead and turn yourself over. All right, we are going to place our head on our bicep into fetal pose. This is meant to transition you from your practice here on the mat back into your regular everyday grind. Give yourself the moment to pause. And in real life, too, pause. Okay. When you feel you're ready, go ahead and push yourself up gently, softly into a seated position. Whatever seated position is comfortable for you. I will be in a crisscross applesauce. So we're going to go ahead and end out our practice aligning our chakras. So go ahead, take a nice deep breath in, cleansing breath. Breathing out, we're going to bring our palms up to our crown. We're so grateful for the knowledge. We are so grateful for all of the wisdom, for all of our ideas that find us, the creativity that we see, blessing our third eye chakra for all of the ways we are aware, for all of the problem solving skills that find us in the midst of darkness. Bringing our hands to our throat chakra, we're so thankful for all of the light and love we share through our mouths. May we continue to speak life into our lives and others. Bringing our hands to our heart chakra, we remember that through love, all is possible. May we open our hearts up to receive and give love abundantly. May our hearts be healed. Bringing your hand down to your solar plexus, we remember how wonderful we are. May our light shine bright. May we never be dimmed. May we know that we are here with purpose. Bringing our hand to our sacral chakra, we remember that our gut feelings lead us and guide us out of so many disastrous situations. May we trust ourselves. May we stand strong and care for ourselves. And hand down to the root, may we remember our purpose yet again and be one with our higher selves. Thank your creator, your God, the universe, whatever you believe in, and find this moment of gratitude for yourself for allowing not only the challenge physically, but also emotionally, spiritually, and mentally.
All right. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that practice today. I know we definitely did build up some more heat today. The major focus would definitely be the hips. We did a lot of hip openers. So for the rest of the day, maybe even tomorrow, if you're not used to those kind of movements, you might feel a little sore just from opening up and stretching those muscles out. But you'll thank me later, boo. Trust me, you'll thank me later. But I just want to express my gratitude to you guys. Like I said, this is my personal practice. I am not a professional. While I do have experience in practicing yoga, but beyond classes and a book and, whatever, like, this is just my personal thing that I do. So please always do what is best for your body, and know that even if you're not able to stretch as deeply or touch your toes or whatever the case may be, that over time that is something that will become easier. The more that you practice, the more that you stretch and breathe and relax your body into the poses, the easier it will be the next time around. So this is a very unique thing. Yoga is not one size fit all. However, the more you practice it, the more your body will become comfortable and show you how it wants to move. So always feel free to modify, change up. If at any point you ever feel like you have sharp pains, make sure that you back out of that pose, try some of the modifications that I mentioned, or just skip the pose. There's nothing wrong with that. Or take a break. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, just do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable and feel challenged. At the end of the day, it's about your mental strength along with your physical strength and connecting those two together into an enrichment process and practice for yourself. So I am super excited that we hit over 50, I think now, subscribers. So if I post this video before, it might be posted beforehand, hopefully it is, I will be doing a giveaway. If you don't already follow me on IG, my handle is the same as it is here, Runway Wheezy. You can find me on Instagram, and you'll also find the details for the live giveaway. I'll be going live and doing a little celebration party kind of thing, just to say thank you to all of you that have been watching my videos, that are subscribed to me, or sharing my videos, commenting, liking, all of that. Everything is appreciated. This is a new channel, new community, so you don't have to be here, but you are. And for that, I say thank you. So, like I said, the only thing you'll have to do is make sure you hit that subscribe button and you are subscribed to this channel. And also head over to IG and follow me there so you can get details with how to enter into the free prize drawing. It will be 100% random. Everybody has a chance, whether you've been here since day one or you subscribe today. Like, everybody has a chance to win. I will have quite a few prizes, some good stuff that I'll be giving away just as a thank you. And definitely going to be posting more of these yoga videos. So go ahead and like this, okay? Hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date for any new videos that I post. And again, thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.